Hey, it's Mike. You guys can find me on Facebook, Mike Draconis, or you guys can find me on Instagram at Troutbum, and even on Parlor. I don't know. But anyways, what I'm trying to do today is give you guys my honest review of the setup that I use for camo for whitetail season here in the Northeast. I've used other higher name brands in the past. You guys know of QU, you guys know of Sitka. There's even some Cabela's brands that they have out there, and even Bass Pro Shops. But the one that I tend to like the best so far this year is the First Lite Solitude setup. That is what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing the Solitude bibs, and I even have the Solitude jacket, which we'll get into in a second. With it, let me tell you what I wear with this first. As we get into the colder months of the season, after Thanksgiving, we'll say, I like to wear the bibs with the Kiln quarter zip. It's like a long underwear shirt. What I like to have on this is I like this because of the thumb area over here. I do archery. It allows me to hold on to my bow. I like that a lot. It keeps my hand virtually pretty warm during that time until the point where I need gloves. It's a good fit for me. It's very stretchy, which I like when you're climbing in and out of your tree stand. I like that a lot. It wicks moisture, and it does seem to help with scent. I don't know how much because I can never smell myself. But with that said, I do like the Kiln quarter zip. I like it a lot. I think it's a great buy. Everybody should get one. Underneath this setup right here, I wear the Sawbuck brush pant. Doesn't matter if you have it in camo or whatever you have, just because you're wearing this over it. But I like it because it's very stretchy material. It's great for climbing, great for if you have to hike a mile into the woods to get to where you're going. I like that a lot. We'll do a review on that later. Mainly what I want to talk to you today about is really it's the Sanctuary setup that I have. The Solitude setup, I'm sorry. The Solitude setup I like because number one, it's got plenty of room for me to sit, stretch out a little bit. If I have to step over trees, I could do that. It doesn't get tight around the crotch area. There's plenty of leg room. I found that I wasn't tearing my crotch area or leg area as I have in the past with some of these other brands that they're kind of sewn too tight in some of the spots. I don't know. Just for my build, I tend to like this. I'm 5 foot 10 and a half, and I weigh the average of say between 190, 200 pounds usually. Today I've had 2 chili dogs. I might weigh a little bit more. But let's get into some of this setup over here. First thing I like about these is, number one, when you go to put them on, say you drive over to your tree stand and you don't like to wear your camo, you like to keep it in the plastic bag in the truck or something like that to keep the scent off. These have a zipper right here. And they zip very high up to your waist. That allows you, if you're a guy like me, like today I'm wearing the muck boots. I know a lot of guys wear muck boots when they're hunting. I also wear other hunting boots, but the muck boots is very popular. These actually fit perfectly over your muck boots. And the other good thing about it is they're very easy to put on and then zip down. The zippers don't tend to get caught on anything. The zippers are really well made. Zips all the way down, and it fits perfect over a set of muck boots. I like that a lot. I do. There's no tightness around the muck boot area. Again, I could step over trees. I can go through small streams if I have to. As far as versatility, we'll get into warmth in a minute, but as far as versatility, you're going to look at these, you're going to say, hey, look, there's no pockets on the sides. All right, that's fine. At first I was a little skeptical about that. What I do like a lot, which I thought came in super, super handy, was when you're in your tree stand. I'm going to steal this chair. My wife is behind the camera. When you're in your tree stand and you are sitting in your stand and you want to grab your Copenhagen, it's right in your pocket. The pocket is right in front of your knees right here. It's great. You can also keep, as an archer, I keep a release there. You could also put your phone there. It's a great place to have your phone this way. And the pockets, number one, there's actually two pockets. There's one right here, which you can actually even use to keep your hand warm if you ever want to. I did that a lot. And then the other pocket, which is the zip, is where you could put things. Like I put my release. I took my phone in the other one, and I take it out, go social media, whatever it is that I'm doing, or take a picture, make a video, and put it right back in. So the pockets being in the front, this one zips, and then it flops over like that. Perfect. Same thing with this one. It's great. Again, it's a perfect spot for your Copenhagen, whatever you want to put in there. And it just works out amazing. Instead of the pockets being on the sides, where you're struggling in your stand, and you got your bow over here, and you got to try to take something out. This is a perfect spot for your pockets. It works out great. The other pockets that you have, of course, is like your regular wader ones, where you can have something up in here. You can put your release there. You can put your phone there if you want. But when you're wearing the jacket, that's where this one comes. It doesn't really come in that handy. If you want to put your permit there or something like that, that's fine. Also has these little loops, which I'll get into. I'm not a huge fan of these loops. I don't use them. And I actually had one issue where the zipper got caught on the loop and I couldn't unzip, and my release was in there, and I was like, I'm stuck. So it took me about a good 10 minutes in my stand to unzip this. So you could either cut it out, or I think they're just kind of useless. I don't even know why they have them. Being able to put your hands in here really comes in handy on the cold months after Thanksgiving, especially if you got late season. Here in Connecticut in the Northeast, we can hunt through January if you're in certain zones. And like right now, we're indoors right now doing this review just because it's like 10 degrees outside. So I like that. Another thing I like, I keep my knife handy on the suspender. Easy access when I got to cut stuff. That works out well because I'm not wearing a belt to put my knife there. So this is just always my go-to spot. Another thing I like about these things, I like the cut and the merino wool. A lot of people are like, what's merino wool? I don't know. Find out the tech specs on First Lite. There's a lot of things about it. All I know is that it's warm as heck. Like I'm telling you, I've been out there 5 degrees and I'm perfectly fine. Absolutely perfectly fine. I've been out there 40 degrees wearing this and I'm still perfectly fine. I'm not overheating. The only times I kind of overheat is if I have to hike a mile and I'm going uphill. Say I go 2,000 feet up into a mountain and I've had to go, I don't know, a mile up in there. You get a little hot, but once you settle down and you're waiting, you cool down a lot and it comes in just fine. So I love these. I absolutely love them. The jacket itself. Got a hood. Again, it's merino wool. It's nice and warm. The hood on it does unzip. So you do have access to your zipper there. Unzip it. The hood comes right off. So I found that I took the hood off up until after, week after Thanksgiving. So figure like December 1st. I actually put it back on December 1st. And putting the jacket on, what's great about this particular jacket, and I'll talk to you guys about other stuff in a second, was you don't have to wear your harness over the jacket. You can actually put your harness on now, and then once you have your harness on, or if you want, what I do is I take the safety strap that goes onto your seatbelt that's on the tree, and there's a little hole on the inside of your jacket right here. I take this, excuse me, it's not COVID. I pass it through, right? And that's what's suspending me with my carabiner up like that. So that's good right there, you know? And I'm already wearing my harness. So that works out great. I like that a lot, so I don't have this whole big harness on the outside of my jacket. I like it on the inside. That was perfect. That was a great idea. This particular jacket over here, easy to put on, super comfortable, super warm. Again, the sleeves are nice. What I like about them as an archer, because that's what I mainly do, and I hunt a lot. You know, I put in, I don't know, 80 hours a season in whitetail alone. Again, zippers are easy to use. Zip it right up. Now, as an archer, I like this. The sleeves are not bulky. So on my draw and release, I'm not banging the sleeve with my string, and nothing's getting in the way. It's also whisper quiet. So you're not going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh when you're walking through, or whoosh, whoosh, climbing your tree stand. I like that a lot. Other things I like. Again, with the release, if you want to keep your release in any of these pockets over here, you know, I keep my face paint. You can put your phone, do whatever you want. You have these pockets here, all right? These breast pockets. I like that. You also do have the side pockets where I keep a set of gloves so I don't lose my gloves. The other thing I keep in there is my shooting glasses. Anything you want. It's not too bulky. Feels really good. Nice and comfortable to sit. The hood itself, super warm. It goes over your face if you want it to, like kind of like that. So when you're hunkered down like this, it's great. You know, I've had bucks and does come right through, and I'm just sitting there perfectly still like this because I don't want them to see my eyes, and it worked out great. They were 10 yards from my stand. Another thing you can do, on the sides, you have this zip next to your pocket. You could take your hand, if your hands are getting cold, you could slide your hand in there, and it slides right into the bibs, which is nice, because remember I had that bib set up right here? There it is, there's my hand. So, coming right through. So that keeps your hand double warm, because now it's inside your jacket and inside your bibs. So this way, if you want to just stay like that, because you know what? It's a good idea to stay like that when you're up in the tree stand, because too many times you could be moving around, twitching around, stuff like that. Just keep your hands in. It just works. You know, you stay with less movement that way, and plus you're staying nice and cozy warm. So that's pretty much what I like about it. Now, get into a couple things I don't like about it, just to be honest. What I didn't like about it was, I like the collar a lot because it does keep you warm. Now for me, maybe a smaller jacket would have been good, but I got extra large just because of my size, and I fluctuate. Listen, I fluctuate in weight. I know some of you guys are 20, 30 years old. You maintain 170 pounds all the time. Me, I'm turning 50 in like 2 days. My weight is up and down by 10 pounds. So, I got extra large, which means this is a little bit big. The only thing I didn't like is drawing back and touching a collar. I didn't like that so much. I feel like if the collar was just a hair shorter, I wouldn't be doing that. I could get my anchor point better off. But it's fine. It really is. I didn't have any issues. To me, it was more like a comfort thing at full draw. Besides that, fantastic. I also did use this a lot because, you know, you're hunting. So most of your time, it's bent like this, you're not really you're only going to draw once, right? You're not going to shoot multiple arrows at a deer, and if you are, you got problems. So that's what I like about that. Another thing, if I could change one thing on this first Lite setup, this Solitude setup, I mean, I love it, but I don't know how many of you guys ever wear pants with suspenders and stuff like that. I wear overalls. You know, I wish that these suspenders were detachable from the back. And the only reason why I say that is because this setup, this material and everything, this is going to last me years. It's going to be the suspenders that are going to go first. They're going to stretch out in the dryer, especially if you run high heat on your dryer all the time. It's kind of hard to sit there and say, hey, listen, I got my stuff kind of smelly during if I want to go hunt tomorrow, so I'm going to let them air dry. That's not going to work because the material's so thick. It's going to take you 3 days to dry these things if you air dry them. A lot of guys they don't even care. They just run high heat, which kills the elastic on suspenders. So if you could take the suspenders off, hang those, but dry the actual bibs, I think that would be a better deal. But that would be the only thing I would ever change on this. Outside of that, this setup is a godsend. It is perfect. There's nothing I really don't like about it. The other stuff were just my little quirks, but this is absolutely it's an amazing setup. You know, it really is. I'm glad I made the choice. It's also a setup like this is half the price of the one that starts with S, and works just as well, and blows away any of the other, lesser brand ones. And another good thing I like about First Lite is their customer service. I called them up. I said, hey, listen, this is what I want to do. They guided me right through it, told me what exactly to get, hooked me up. I had it in a week. Couldn't be happier. Really, the guys at First Lite are amazing. They hunt. They know it. This isn't like fashion crap. So they know their stuff over there. Again, it's got this little on the back of your jacket. Anything you want to put in there? Yeah, I don't know. I'll put anything in there, but if you want to put something. But that's my Solitude setup. Do I recommend it? Let me tell you, if I was giving it, out of 5 stars, I'm gonna rate it a 5. And I don't really do that often. I'm very hard on my hunting gear and anything. I'm hard on my bows. I'm hard on anything that I run, and I beat the crap out of it all year long. And this stuff it's not falling apart. I've had another brand that starts with the letter K. Lasted 1 season before stitching started coming apart. So this was great stuff. And so First Lite, thank you very much. Great job. You guys get double thumbs up. And if you're looking for hunting gear this coming season for 2021, you're wondering what to get, it's going to be cold out, go for the Solitude setup. You're not going to go wrong at all. Thank you. I don't care if you like it, subscribe, whatever. Just enjoy have a good season. Enjoy 2021. Be blessed.